Sarah and I had been married for 8 years. We weren't perfect, but I believed we were solid. We had our ups and downs, just like any couple, but I never imagined the conversation that would change everything. One evening, as we sat in our living room, Sarah looked uneasy. She kept fidgeting with the hem of her sweater, avoiding my gaze. Finally, she took a deep breath and said, "I think I need some space." I blinked, caught off guard. "Space?" She nodded, her fingers twisting together. "Yeah, I just feel overwhelmed. I need time to think about things." My stomach tightened. "Think about what?" She hesitated. "Just everything. United States. My life. I don't know. I just feel like I'm losing myself." I had always believed in open communication, in trusting the person I loved. If she needed space, I would give it to her. It hurt, but I didn't argue. I moved into the guest room that night, convincing myself that maybe some distance would help her figure things out. At first, she seemed relieved. She started staying out later than usual, spending more time on her phone, and even making excuses to avoid being alone with me. I noticed the changes, but I told myself it was part of her process. I didn't want to suffocate her. Then, after a couple of weeks, I decided to take her request seriously. If she needed space, I would give her real space. One evening, I packed a small bag and told her I would stay at my brother's place for a few weeks. Her reaction wasn't what I expected. Her eyes widened in panic, her face instantly pale. "Wait, you're leaving?" I shrugged. "I thought that's what you wanted." She opened her mouth, then closed it. I didn't mean like that." There was something in her voice, something desperate, but also something guilty. For the first time, I wondered if there was more to this than just needing time to think. I didn't push. Instead, I told her I'd leave in an hour, then stepped out of the house. But I didn't go far. I parked a few houses down and waited, my heart pounding. An hour later, a car pulled up. A man stepped out, moving with confidence, as if he had done this before. He was familiar. Jake, her coworker. I had met him once at an office party. He was charming, confident, the kind of guy people were drawn to. I watched as he pulled out his phone. A few seconds later, Sarah opened the door. Her face lit up in a way it hadn't in months. She reached for his hand, pulling him inside without hesitation. My chest tightened, a mixture of rage and heartbreak. I wanted to burst through that door, to confront them, to demand an explanation. But deep down, I already had my answer. I stayed there for over an hour, watching as the lights in our bedroom turned off. My hands clenched the steering wheel, my mind racing. The woman I had loved, the woman I had trusted, had already moved on. She just hadn't told me yet. The next morning, I walked into the house, my face calm, but my heart in pieces. Sarah was in the kitchen, sipping coffee, acting as if nothing had happened. I placed my wedding ring on the counter. The soft clang of metal against stone made her look up, her expression shifting from casual to concerned. "What's this?" "I hope he was worth it," I said simply. Her face went pale. "Wait, let's talk about this." "There's nothing to talk about," I said, my voice eerily steady. "You wanted space. Now you have all the space you need." I turned and walked away, leaving behind not just my home, but the woman who had let go of me long before I even realized it.